How's it guys, this is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video. You might be wondering, why am I whispering? Well, I was told not to stream because I'm too loud, but we're going to stream anyway, guys. Too much to kind of talk about here, so just firstly, write in chat if you can hear me. Just put it on maximum volume, please, guys. I don't want to wake up my entire household, so just let me know if the audio is fine. I probably will remove the stream after I'm done anyway. So if you guys are watching this live, once in a lifetime opportunity to maybe see my thoughts and my process. As Barry's saying, ASMR, hopefully it's not too kind of ASMR and you guys can hear me, but just let me know. All good, loud enough. Okay, let's go, guys. And if you see me looking at the right hand side of my screen, it's because I have so many notes there on the current scenario. But let's kick it off with what's been announced in terms of double game week 26. 28 and 29, game week 28 fixtures, game week 29 fixtures were announced. We have some relatively good double game weeks, 6 teams in total for each of them. 3 game weeks were added. My favorites include the Wolves assets, Crystal Palace, Watford. Also thanks to Ben Crellin for this. Hope you guys can see, but thanks to Ben Crellin for creating this little bit of a graphic. I enjoyed it quite a bit with my planning, so go shout out to him, the king of doubles and blank game weeks. So double game week 28, 29, that's all we have to kind of know about. You guys can pause the video right now, just go check over my Twitter page because there's a couple of announcements that were made there. I'm not going to post this kind of in the chat because I'm going to be going over my own team's planning. So game week 26 we knew about, game week 28 was the new week, and game week 29 was the new one. Game week 30 is still the same as a blank. Tuning in from a nightclub, exactly, so late night. Currently it's 11:30 here, so actually not too bad for Friday night, but you know, as FPL managers, we out here planning. Barry, I'm not going to talk like this because I think I'm going to wake up tomorrow and my voice is going to be gone. But game week 28, I think Wolves assets look relatively nice. Watford, not the best double to be honest, and unfortunately I do own Dennis and King. Newcastle, semi-fine. Aston Villa, nice double. Southampton, nice double. And that's the gist of it. The nice thing though about these doubles is that Wolves Leeds have a double game week 28, but then they also play in game week 30. So if you do manage to get some chances in, that should be Gucci. Not Gucci St. Maximum, but Gucci in terms of just overall generally. Liverpool yet again have another double in 29. This double isn't as great. Brighton, Arsenal away. So we kind of have the polar opposite of Norwich and Leeds. 2 relatively strong defensive sides, and it's away from home. Then Newcastle with a back-to-back double. They're going back-to-back, Brighton home, Southampton away, Chelsea away, Everton away. So relatively fine fixtures, but this has put a complete spanner in the works, and my complete chip strategy is out the window. Now what I will say, guys, is if you do have 2 free hits, I would heavily consider wildcarding, because what you can do is you can free it in 27, and then you'll be prepared for blank game week 30. Then you can free it in game week 36 in the massive double. But what do I go and do? I use it a couple of game weeks ago, so I only have 1 free hit. So my plan is all out the window, but I'm still keen on the wild card. And that's what I wanted to kind of stream about here, to show you guys the temptation. As Abby is saying there, wild card is tempting, but the wild card is tempting in 2 scenarios. The first one is throwing it straight away, double game week 26, using the wild card. But also what you could do is prolong it, free it in 27, and then wild card in 28 rather, if you guys want to triple captain Mo Salah. And currently, I think I'm either going to do with one of those options. I could always go for some free transfers, but as I've said on the side of my screen here, and I'll take you guys through those plans, but I have a total of 20 hits from now till game week 30 that I have penciled in. So 20 points I could save with a wild card, but then I'd also have to use the free hit, and I can't triple captain Mo Salah. So it's a little bit of a hit or miss scenario, but what I want to go over is just kind of my team currently. Thanks to fpl.team, this is going to be the website that you guys can use for all the planning done in this video. fpl.team, repeat. I'm going to be going over my first scenario, which is my current team and the transfers that I was going to plan to do, and then I'll be going over my wildcard draft slightly later. But currently this is my team, and what I was going to do is I was going to take Jota out, and I was going to bring Saka in, and then what I was going to do is I was going to take Foster out, and I was going to bring in good old Ramsdale. I might still do these moves. These were pretty respectable. Jota obviously picking up the injury. Klopp saying today he's definitely out of the Norwich game. So if you guys do still own Jota, I would heavily consider taking him out. Saka double game week, Ramsdale double game week, looks pretty fine. Then since the announcement of the double game week news, I could also do Saar instead of Ramsdale, just to prepare myself for those upcoming doubles. But I still do think Arsenal has some great fixtures coming up, and that's why I still might stick with Ramsdale. So that's going to be the penciled in move that I was going to do. And then I'm left with a relatively respectable amount of 7 double game week players in game week 26. Bench is fine, not too bad. So now we go on to the next game week. Now this is going to be blank game week 27. Now we could still actually get a respectable team out here. Not too respectable, it's marginal, but because we're going to be keeping De Gea, we can play him against Watford, and then we can bring in Douglas Luiz, the 2-point merchant. And then what I was going to do is I was going to take out Salah, I was going to bring in Son, and then I was going to take out Antonio, bring in Weghorst, and then finally I was going to probably take out Dennis and then bring in Breuer. So the Dennis to Breuer move might be a little bit sideways, but he has Norwich and then a double coming up. So this team would cost a -8, and I would have 1 double game week player with Weghorst, which I mean is fine. It's Burnley double game week, not too much potential there. But this is what I'm going to go for. Chris, yes, I am. The household that I live in, they've complained about my live streaming, but I said we're going to live stream anyway. So that's I'm talking softly. Just put me on maximum volume, and we'll see how it rides. But currently, this is going to be the team with a -8. So now we've taken a -4 in game week 26. Now -8, -12 total. And the team doesn't look too great, but doesn't look too bad. So then we take this team to game week 28, which is now double game week. And we would yet again take a -4. And I would take out Sufal, and I'd bring in Saiz. It could also be Semedo, doesn't really matter. And then I would take out Weghorst, and I would bring in good old Raul Jimenez. So now switching this team around, I could bench Bruno, I could bench Bowen, I guess. I could put on Trent for whoever I kind of want. It's a little bit of a tough spot here. I might just bench Douglas Luiz because I don't have that much potential. But this would be the team that we go in with. And we would have 1, 2, 3, 4. Will we do another transfer? So Douglas Luiz could be a 5th doubler, but I think this is more of a 4th doubler scenario. Not the worst team in the world, but definitely not the best. And the single game week players, though, don't look too bad. Ramsdale's fine, Cucurella, Cancelo, maybe Man United's not the best one. White, I mean, these fixtures are fine. And then we would captain 1 or 2 of the options of the double game week players. So this is after a -4. So now we're on -16. Then after that, we would go on and we would take Fernandes out. And we would bring in Mo Salah back in. So a little bit of a kind of seesaw transfers. And then I'll take out Cucurella, although he has a double game week, which I might still keep. Just depending on the scenario here, I might take out, let's just take out Cancelo for now so that we get some more double game week players. Then I can bring in Robbo or whoever I kind of want. So now switching Saiz out, bringing in, I'll probably play Bowen. We still do have a relatively respectable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 doublers then. So after -20, we have a fine team. But it just worries me that I'm already committing to a -20 when I have a wild card in my back pocket and a free it. So that was the first strategy to go for. You guys can probably absolutely rinse me in the comments. Trash -20, but I am still allowed to free it or actually triple captain Mo Salah. But now we get on to the more interesting strategy, which is going to be to wild card in game week 26. And what the wild card will allow me to do is get 11 doublers, free it in 27, which is a downside, 8 doublers with the bench boost in game week 28, and 7 doublers in 29. So let's go over to that plan. So currently, this was going to be my wildcard draft. We would switch a couple of things around here. Actually, I think I don't know if I had Tarkowski in here. I might have had him, but let's just do some changes around here. Ben White would come in for, let me actually just check because I took a picture of my draft. I don't think Tarkowski was in there. Was Semedo. Okay, so it wasn't Tarkowski, it was Van Dijk. Sorry, I was doing a little bit of planning prior game week 27. That's what I was kind of thinking about. So this would be the teamer. You can see 0.4 left in the bank. The players that I would go for, I would take in Saka for Broya, and I would bring in Ben White for... I might just bench for Coutinho, to be honest. I mean, it's a good game, but we never kind of know. So this is the current wildcard draft. Let me just check if you guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it. So this is the current wildcard draft. Take a picture of it, screenshot or whatever you guys want to. As I said, I might still take this video down afterwards, just because I think it's a great live stream. You guys can roast me. You don't have to like this live stream. I know it's probably a little bit soft, a little bit bad quality, but I just wanted to get on here and show you guys my current plans. So 11 double game week players. We could shift some funds around, maybe take a Coutinho to a Ramsey, upgrade a Josh King to someone else. But this is the wild card for game week 26. Then go on to game week 27. I'm not going to talk about it at all because we're going to use the free tier. We do still manage to get about 9 or 10 players, but I just don't really favor them, and that's why I think a free hit is in order to maximize this chip strategy. So the free hit would be game week 27, but now we go into game week 28, and this is where the magic starts happening, guys. We start absolutely crunching these double game weeks. Team looks simply outstanding, and I'm just going to do a quick switcheroo here just to show you guys why we would bench boost. So the reason we would bench boost is because look at this bench. We've got Ramsdale against Watford, Saka against Watford, Ben White against Watford, Van Dijk against West Ham, and we still have a massive amount of double game week players. So we would bench boost in double game week 28. It's no double game week 36, but we still do have some relatively respectable fixtures, and I think that you need to kind of bench boost to get the most out of this team. You could always change it if you guys want to bench boost later on, but I don't like using a bench boost too far after a wild card. I think you're wasting budget on your kind of bench then, and at least this way we can maybe shift some funds around if we need to. So bench boost 100% in game week 26, and look how many double game week players we have. If my calculations are right, we have 8 besides Son and Salah. But I mean, these two, they can score enough in a single game week. So bench boost double game week 28. Now going over to double game week 29. Let's just bench Semedo, bring on big old Van Dijk. We also bring on White, potentially maybe for a full Coutinho. We'll see. Okay, Ben White's already on, so let's take out Saar. Don't focus too much on the bench here. I mean, I would probably play for Coutinho over someone like a Josh King or something like that. The only thing is that we don't take advantage of the Newcastle double game week, but I couldn't afford a Gucci. I really wanted him, but maybe that's what I'll do if I downgrade her for Coutinho. So this would be the double game week 29 team, and my calculations are 7 double game week players, and we also have some relatively respectable fixtures after this. So this is the current plan, guys. It's wildcard 26, free at 27, bench boost 28, vibes 29, vibes blank game week 30, vibes till the end of the season, and then maybe triple captain blank or double game week 36. So it worries me that there's no plan after game week 30. I think the plan of maybe free in game week 30, wildcarding after that was pretty respectable, but I just think now the fact that we have so many double game weeks after each other and the amount of fixtures that you guys can get out of it, it's just simply outstanding. So yeah, that's my current plan. But as Jojo's Revenge saying, no Cancelo, no Bowen. But I do understand what you're saying. But you're going for double game week players that could potentially match them in a double game week and have future doubles coming up. But obviously is it too late in SA? It's a little bit late. It's almost 12, but I mean 12 on a Friday we should be out jolling. But I mean, my house is some people are sleeping, so I don't want to. I'm balancing being an FPL content creator and being a decent human being. I still wanted to stream, but I'm not going to wake people up. But what I actually wanted to show you guys after this is blank game week 30. So I'm going to go back here to Ben Krellin's planner quickly. Let me just see if you guys can see this. So you guys can't see it too much. Let me just zoom out maybe a tad. Okay, so look at blank game week 30 here. I think you guys can see it on your right-hand side of the kind of a window. The red fixtures are possible blank game week, and the non-red fixtures are games going ahead. Wolves we have, Leeds we have, Arsenal we have plenty of, Aston Villa we also have for Coutinho, Brentford, Leicester we don't have too much, but the thing about the Southampton game is that whoever wins the Southampton game, I think Southampton take on West Ham, whoever wins that game will have a blank. But I think if Spurs win, they'll still blank. But if Southampton end up losing, they play Burnley. And what happens? We have a Broya. He comes in. So let's go game week 30. They could potentially have some fixtures. There could be some blanks here. But we have enough players to not free it in blank game week 30. So let's just scratch that now and let's go on. So this is where I got really excited. When I went to game week 31, I was looking at the team and I was like, these look like excellent fixtures here. I don't have to make any transfers. Newcastle, Watford, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Aston Villa, great fixtures on paper. Game week 32, yet again, we have the Man City game, which isn't too strong, to be honest, but we could always make some subs around here. Might be one of those game weeks when Liverpool play Man City, never a good game week generally. Game week 33, we're back on the good fixtures bandwagon. We can rotate here with some players. So the team looks strong even after game week 30, which is quite comforting to me as a non-free it or second free it holder. So I don't know, this is my current strategy, but obviously then you can incorporate the other one where you kind of go for this game week 26 team. You go for this team, you triple captain Mo Salah, you free it next week, you wildcard in game week 28, but then you obviously can't use the bench boost. You could bench boost in game week 29 then, but maybe that's not as strong as of a week to kind of bench boost. But unfortunately, guys, honestly, I'm not set on any strategy, but like I wanted to just go over the planning that I currently have. I've seen a lot of people on the wildcard actually over on Twitter. Now, whether they commit to that is unknown. I think a lot of people are kind of talk now, but they might not commit to it. But so Abby, do you still think that game week 36 will be it's going to be a big double game week as well? But if we go to kind of a double game week 36, so another one. So in terms of the fixtures, there might be some nice ones, but there might not be fantastic ones. I mean, Liverpool plays Spurs and also another team. I don't know who that's going to be, but I think there will definitely be a big double in 36. And that's why I'm super jealous of you guys with the double free it, because what you can just do is in double game week 36, you guys can just free it. Use your second one. So you don't even have to kind of plan. But yeah, I understand a lot of people probably will be like a little bit tunneled vision because of the double game weeks, but I just think I understand it because there's so many doubles coming up, and I think that's why I'm contemplating it, because it's not, for example, that we only have one double in game week 26 and then in game week 28. We have multiple doubles coming up, and theoretically, the more games your options play, the more points they should be getting. But as an FPL, it's luck based, so that doesn't always happen. What site are you using to look forward to, Nick? It's called fpl.team. Really simple to remember. And then what you do is you just go into your FPL ID. You get that by going to the fantasy page, go to your points, and then it'll be on the top in the URL. So as Ninad's saying, the fpl.team. But it's unfortunately, I can't answer too many questions now because I don't know what I'm doing and I don't have enough information to kind of advise you guys. And that's why I said I might just delete this afterwards, because the OGs will be here anyway that are watching this. I like how you see the triple captain Sam is like, I really do want a triple captain. It's the best opportunity. But the fact is, if I don't choose to wildcard in game week 28, I'm locking in 20 points, and that could be my triple captaincy gone right there. Whereas now, I could always maybe triple captain in 36. That's going to be a week where I don't necessarily have to prepare as much because I'm not going for a bench boost. I'm going for a triple captain. Only one option there. So it's a tough one. But am I wildcarding? Alex, I'm like 70-30%. I will say I think I'm going to wildcard either this week or game week 28. I think that's pretty much locked in because I'm not prepared for what's upcoming. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for these quiet live streams. I mean, you guys might enjoy this more than the normal ones, which is going to be depressing because then I have to talk in this voice. But what's up, ASMR? Yeah, it is. Hopefully I'm not getting you guys too excited on this Friday evening, for FPL chat. So Barry, that's exactly what my thinking is. And because I like to bench boost after a wild card, I would have to save my wild card till about like game week 30 plus. Which is fine, to be honest, it's fine. But I just don't know. It all comes down to if you guys think the extra double game week players are worth it and whether or not. We're not looking for the wild card 31 to 34 any longer. Alex, we could actually be looking at that. I just don't like the fact that I'm locking in hits to the magnitude of a -20, and I'm a conservative manager, guys. Like, I'm not taking hits here for the fun of it. I'm taking hits because I have to, because I'm bringing double game week players for players that have a bad single game week. So even from a conservative point of view, I'm taking a -20. So I never like to kind of do that. But yeah, so as Sam says, a little bit of above the curve. But if everyone is going to be wildcarding now on FPL Twitter, I mean, maybe it won't be that maverick. Glenn saying Salah's effective ownership will be around 220% just by captaining and not having a triple captain. You're missing out on 20% theoretically. That is true. Just depends how big he goes. If he's going to bang a Hattie in both games, obviously we're going to be crying at the end of the day. But I don't know. If I triple captain Salah, if I'm keen on that, I think I might just free it in Game Week 28 as well. Game Week 29. Let's look at Game Week 29's fixtures, yeah. So we have... I just think the doubles in 29 aren't as nice as the doubles in 28. That's my opinion. Brighton's is avoidable. Liverpool, Spurs. Everton's is fine. Wolves and Newcastle. Newcastle have Chelsea, Everton, Brighton, Arsenal. That's not great for Liverpool. Leicester, Liverpool for Arsenal. I mean, that's also mediocre, I guess. And then United and Brighton for Spurs. I just don't know. I don't know if the doubles in here are good enough for kind of a bench boost. Whereas maybe here the single game week players are relatively nice. But I mean, at the end of the day, I haven't really assessed it that much, to be honest. I went out for dinner and I came back and everything was messed. That's my honest opinion. So Jim was saying Chris Wood, baby. I try to fit him in, to be honest, but I can't afford him. I want to get Josh King out because he's not good. And Watford aren't great. I wish I brought in more Wolves assets in my wildcard last week. So Barry, you already used your wildcard. How are you setting up for the doubles? Looking strong or looking a bit weak? Ali saying don't leave us till the last 10 minutes. I won't. I'll make sure tomorrow I wake up nice and early. Liam Taylor saying, can you shout out my girlfriend Dayvy watching with me? We are the OGs. Thanks. Shout out to Liam Taylor's girlfriend. Liam's always here with great banter, so I can understand why you're with him. GF. Boss, if you wildcard tonight, post it on Twitter. I will probably. I don't know, because like the thing about these price rises are going to be so annoying because I might be priced out of moves, but with the current draft I got 0.4, so I might be able to afford it. I honestly don't know. Maybe I won't sleep tonight. Maybe we're gonna pull an all-nighter. We'll stream for like 10 hours. I just want to check the price rises quickly. So Saka's going up, Salah's going up, and Vachos is going up. So what I might just do is I might just do Jota to Saka. That's probably what I'll do, guys. And then I'll just hope that no players rise in price as well. Jota's going down, yeah, so probably what I'm going to do tonight, guys, I'm going to do Jota to Saka, but I will confirm that over on Twitter. Actually, I might just confirm it now, to be honest, because that's a move I was going to plan anyway. So let's for everyone tuning into the stream, you guys can get it. You guys can get a bit ahead. I'll do Clyde price rises happen. I think it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Yeah. Sumit saying 3 in the morning. Were you out for a bender before this? Thanks, Alexander. Appreciate it. So let's do. I don't know if you guys can see this because now I've adjusted to the other side. Yeah, you guys can't. But what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna do Jota out. You guys can kind of see it. And I'm gonna bring Saka in. So this transfer is gonna be made for free, and I'm gonna confirm it. So you guys can see it, that Saka's in currently. So do that transfer. I'd recommend doing it. Saka's going up in price and Jota's dropping. So what time are the price changes? GMT? GMT, is that UK time? Harry, just confirm. If that's UK time, it should be about 12 for you guys. Might even be 1. I'm a little bit unsure. But as far as I know, everything's based on the UK. So whenever you guys switch over, I think that's when the price rises happen. Do you think you'll definitely wildcard? Adam, I'd say I'm about like 70% sure, to be honest, buddy. I think I'm about 90% sure it's either going to be this week or game week 28. That's what I can tell you, but I just don't know. Currently, the price rises don't seem to be too drastic, guys. Saka's going up, Jota's dropping, Salah's going up, and Vachos is going up. So I would bring in Salah and Jota if you guys don't have. I would bring Salah and Saka in if you guys don't have them, and I would take out Jota if you do still own him. But I would bring those two players in, because those are no-brainers at the end of the day. That's why I'm doing it. Do you think Firmino will play both games? Polden, with Jota out, I think Firmino's got a good chance of starting both, but I just feel like he might rotate Firmino for the Carabao Cup game in Leeds' fixture. I think what will happen is Norwich will be Mane, Firmino, Salah, and then I think Diaz will come in against Leeds, and then maybe Diaz comes in against Norwich, who knows? But then I just think Mane might shift to centre forward instead of Firmino. That's what I currently am thinking. 0% short on wildcard Dayvy, Ryan Hill. On this wildcard, so I've already downgraded Semedo. But what I might do then, Ryan, is I might downgrade Coutinho to Ramsey, and then I might upgrade another department. That's what I'm currently thinking about actually doing. Alef saying, I love the whispering, you try not to wake the rest of my household. So as I said at the start, I asked and I was told not to stream because I make too much noise, but I'm streaming anyway, so shh, don't tell anyone. I kicked out regular on Jota and Antonio last night for Semedo, Saka, and Nemi. Wait to the deadline to wildcard. Alexander, those chances look perfectly fine. I would wait because I don't think there's going to be too many price rises, and you've bought the players in anyway. They're going to rise in price probably. So you can chill, Alexander. Go have a brewski and go sleep. That's fine to do. So triple captain Salah's officially over. No, it's not, Adam. If I wildcard 28, I'll triple captain Salah. I'm still keen on it. I think the majority of people will. Everyone bringing in double game week players, and I'm bringing in Broya. Broya's perfectly fine because look here, he's got fine fixtures against Norwich next. Everton's good. Then he's got Villa, Newcastle. That's perfectly fine. Every team's different at the end of the day. King or Edouard for the next few game weeks. I would still say King, just because you have that flexibility if you have to keep him, and he has the double in 28 or 29. Forget. I think it's he has it in 28. So Arsenal Wolves are shocking. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. If I wildcard, I'm going to try and not have King. But I mean, I might not have enough power to. We'll see. Yes, but as Sadesh is saying, the Dayline stream is going to be mental. Hopefully you guys tune in there. Hopefully I haven't scheduled off with this stream. Can you show your team at the moment? I can, right? I'm just going to refresh here quick. Okay, so this is the team currently. I'm just going to rearrange it to what I'm currently playing. And then what I've done is I've done Jota out and I've brought in Saka. So that move I've made right now. So if you guys have joined late, the confirmed move right now is Jota out and Saka in. This is the team currently with no transfers made. So this is what I was talking about, that I probably will do Foster out for Ramsdale or Saw. That's pretty fine. Deadline isn't for another 12 hours. Why now? Because I wanted to talk to you guys about my transfer plans. Because I think it's important to communicate what I'm thinking, because I think you guys can also offer suggestions, and that's probably why I'm doing it. So if you had to say, do you think Van Dijk gets more points than Firmino? Polden, I favour those fixtures from an attacking side of things, but I think Van Dijk is more nailed to start, and if they do keep 2 clean sheets, then you're going to be in the money. I think I would rather keep the money in the defense, so I would go with Van Dijk, but Firmino is perfectly fine as well. What forward would you bring in for Antonio? I would bring in Raul Jimenez this week. Van Dijk or Robertson? I prefer Van Dijk. I just think Robbo might be rotated because Tsimikas is a good player. I would not hesitate to wildcard. Already took a -16. That's pretty good. I've seen some -20s floating around. But yeah, so this has basically just been my catch up. I don't want to make this video too long, because if I do choose to not make it private, then maybe people can watch what I'm thinking. But this is my current plan, guys. I spoke about the wildcard draft, which is this. I might just rearrange it now and see what I can kind of come up with. But the current team, what I've done is I've taken Saka in for Jota, and that has been a confirmed move. But yeah, I'm going to go through some scenarios now before bed, and then I hopefully won't dream about FPL too much. But thank you for joining the stream. I really do appreciate it. And it was a bit of an impromptu one, not my best kind of citing in my best voice. But I wanted to stream, and I at least was able to now. But hopefully check you guys in the Dayline stream, and I will post any more updates over my Twitter page at DayvyFPL. But I'm going to be signing off. To be DayvyFPL, and I'm out. Cheers. Bye.